All right, so look, man, round 10, I made a prediction video. I end up being 3-2 with my predictions. I would have been 4-1 if I didn't go biased, because I did say that I thought the Rabbitohs or the Roosters was going to beat the Warriors. I did actually say that, but me being biased, I did still run with the Warriors. I'm not going to be doing that anymore because I think it was like 38-18. Anyway, yeah, so my predictions was I did pick the Dolphins over the Sea Eagles. That came true. I picked the Panthers over the Bulldogs, the Broncos over the Ills. Then was all of my wins. And then I did predict the Storm. I let y'all talk me out of going with the Sharks because a lot of people were saying the Sharks didn't play anybody yet. So that's 7-1 or 8-1, whatever they was at the time. They were saying that it was a fluke and they were going to start losing because they haven't played anybody yet. So it kind of tricked me out my position, and I picked the Storm. And then, like I said, instead of going with the Roosters, like I said, that I thought they would win, I picked the Warriors on some bias stuff, and then they end up getting cracked. Anyway, that was my predictions for last week. Now, this week, we're going to go to the predictions. So I was 3-2. I'm gonna pick a few more games, but before we get into the predictions, I do want to say there wasn't too many changes. A few teams just moved up one slot each. 5 through 7 all moved up one slot. And the Sea Eagles, being that they lost, they moved down a few. The Storm did also move down one slot. Panthers took their number 2 overall off of them, and the Storm moved down to number 3. And of course, the winner of the Storm versus Sharks, which was the Sharks, they stayed at the 1 seed, being 8-1. So, that was that. But let's get into this week's games. All right, first 2 games of the week. I'm not going to predict this Raiders game. I have not watched the Raiders yet. But it's Raiders and Bulldogs, so I'm not going to pick that. I got to get hip on the Raiders. But I will judge this Broncos and Sea Eagles game. The Sea Eagles definitely played pretty good, if you ask me, last week. Thought they could have pulled that win out, but ultimately they end up losing. And this week they play against the Broncos. I'm not picking against the Broncos. I actually think the Broncos is going to win this. Let me pull up my screen like that. So I do think the Broncos is going to win this. So I'm taking the Broncos Friday, 6 a.m. starting time, my time. But I'm taking the Broncos over the Sea Eagles on this one. And then we got another good game on Saturday with the Sharks playing the number 5 team, which is the Roosters. The Roosters showed me a lot against the Warriors, but the Warriors are so bad that I really don't want to take that game too serious. But it's going to be hard. I can't pick the Sharks to lose this, being that they did just beat the number 2 team. So I am going to run with the Sharks this week. Sharks over the Roosters. I may be wrong about this one because I do think the Roosters is going to play them pretty tough, but I'm definitely going to pick the Sharks in this one. And Panthers versus the Warriors. I got a lot of Warriors fans on my channel, so forgive me in advance, but there's no way I'm picking the Warriors over the Panthers. Somebody did say, oh, it's a day game, this and that. Last time the Panthers played a day game, they like, I don't care about none of that. The Warriors have to show me before I pick them against anybody besides maybe the Rabbitohs. Like, they're terrible, and West Tigers is pretty terrible. Other than that, I'm taking the Panthers. I can't pick the Warriors over any of these top teams. Last game I'm going to predict is the Storm versus the, well, we'll do another one too, but the Storm versus the Ills. Sorry, Ills, y'all going to get handled. Expect a good game from the Storms and a bounce back game Sunday morning. So I do think the Storm is going to go in there and handle business and bounce back from a tough loss to the Sharks last week by beating up on the Ills. And last game of the week will be Dolphins versus West Tigers. West Tigers is another team I just do not believe in. I'm taking the Dolphins. I think this is going to be actually a cakewalk. I think it's going to be pretty. They're going to win pretty handily. I don't know. Anyway, I think the Dolphins is going to get the win. So Dolphins over West Tigers, Storm over Ills, We're going Panthers over Warriors. We're going Sharks over the Roosters. I am going to say that. If I want to throw a little trick game in there, I will take the Knights over the Titans, even though we didn't talk much about that one. And I'm also taking the Broncos over the Sea Eagles. Let me know if y'all think my predictions are, pretty good this week, accurate. Y'all think I'll be over 50%. Y'all think I'll be undefeated. What y'all think about my predictions? Also, let me know your predictions down low, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video.